Join me as I dive into an unbelievable nutrition fact that might just change the way you think about your diet forever. When we think about nutrition, we often focus on what we shouldn't eat, rather than what we should. We've been conditioned to believe that a healthy diet is about deprivation, rather than nourishment. But what if I told you that there's a fundamental aspect of nutrition that's been flying under the radar, and it's time we start paying attention? The truth is, nutrition is complex, and it's easy to get caught up in the latest fad diets or trendy ingredients. But at its core, nutrition is about giving our bodies the tools they need to thrive. So why do we often find ourselves stuck in a cycle of misinformation and misconceptions? Take calories, for example. We're constantly told that the key to weight loss is consuming fewer calories. But what if I told you that the quality of your diet matters just as much as the quantity? In fact, focusing solely on calorie count can lead to nutrient deficiencies and a slew of health problems down the line. Let's talk about another common misconception, the idea that all fats are bad. We've been conditioned to believe that fat is the enemy, but the truth is our bodies need certain types of fat to function properly. And then there's the myth that supplements can replace a healthy diet. Newsflash, they can't. We've also been led to believe that if we just eat enough fruits and vegetables, we'll be golden. And while those foods are certainly important, they're not the only players in the game. There's a whole world of nutrients out there that are just as crucial to our health, and we're not getting enough of them. So, what's the deal with all these misconceptions? Why are we still stuck in the dark ages when it comes to nutrition? It's time to shed some light on the real heroes of the nutrition world, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. Moving on, let's talk about one of the most underrated nutrients out there, omega-7 fatty acids. You might be thinking, wait, aren't there only 6? And you're right, omega-3S, 6S, and 9S get all the attention, but omega-7S are the real MVPs. These fatty acids do everything from reducing inflammation to supporting eye health, and they're found in some of the most unexpected places. One of the richest sources of omega-7S is a type of berry called the sea buckthorn berry. Native to Europe and Asia, these berries have been used for centuries to treat everything from skin conditions to digestive issues. And the best part? They're packed with omega-7S. But omega-7S aren't just found in exotic berries. They're also found in everyday foods like macadamia nuts and avocados. The problem is, most of us aren't getting enough of these foods in our diets, which means we're missing out on the benefits of omega-7S. So, what happens when we don't get enough omega-7S? For one, our risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes increases. We're also more likely to experience dry eyes, skin problems, and even depression. The list goes on and on. Now that we've talked about the benefits of omega-7, it's time to reveal the unbelievable nutrition fact that will change the way you think about your diet forever. Are you ready? Here it goes. Many of the foods we think are healthy are actually omega-7 deficient. That's right, folks, even the foods we think are doing our bodies good might be missing out on this crucial nutrient. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a food label tout its omega-7 content? It's just not something we're conditioned to look for. But what if I told you that many of our so-called health foods are actually perpetuating the omega-7 deficiency epidemic? This is where things get really interesting. When we start to question the status quo and look deeper into the nutrient content of our food, we start to realize just how much we've been misled. It's time to take back control of our diets and start focusing on the nutrients that really matter. So, what's the takeaway? It's time to start looking beyond the calories and macronutrients and focus on the micronutrients that are really making a difference. It's time to start incorporating omega-7 rich foods into our diets and taking control of our health. In conclusion, let's recap what we've learned today. We've talked about the misconceptions surrounding nutrition, the importance of omega-7 fatty acids, and the unbelievable fact that many of our so-called health foods are actually deficient in this crucial nutrient. So what do you think? Have you been paying attention to the omega-7 content of your food? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on nutrition and health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.